falling in love with you. Was a small child, big fan of Elvis Presley, approached his father and said, Papa, Papa, I want to be a singer. His father, while reading the newspaper, said, my son, singers end up begging on the streets. You can never be a good singer. You better be an engineer. You will earn a lot of money. The influence started in child's life. The dream and the passion that the child had was thrashed just by one influence. And for the rest of his life, the child believed that he can never be a good singer. How many of your dreams and passion have been thrashed by the influence of others? And are you still carrying that belief that you cannot be successful in the passion and the dreams that you had? Ask yourself, do you really believe yourself? Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
You must have seen a lot of commercials on the television. One of my favorite one is, there's a big fat guy who comes on the screen and says, I was so fat 3 months back. Then I lost 50 kgs after taking this drink. I suggest you all to lose weight by drinking this drink. Do you know what advertisements try to do to you? The advertisements tries to influence you, to make a belief in the product. The number of times the advertisement is repeated, you start believing the product more. And in advertising world, this is called as effective frequency. Number of times the advertisement needs to be played before you start believing in the product. You don't really need a good product. I repeat, you don't really need a good product. As long as you can influence people to believe in your product. So what do you really repeat to yourself? What do you really tell yourself every day? Do you really encourage yourself? Motivate yourself? Tell yourself that you are delicious? What do you really do to believe in yourself? There are lots of influences in our life. Primarily, there are two influences. One is the external influence, which comes from newspaper, which tells you world is not a safe place anymore. From internet, it suggests you there is no privacy left, personal information left now in the world. From people who will influence you about government, city, and about your boss. You know, in politics, people have to put in your mind an influence that your bad boss is really nasty. And if you allow that statement to influence you and believe you, and you believe that statement, that will be your reality. That will be your experience with your boss. So be very careful about the external influences that you allow yourself to be influenced from. The other most important influence in your life is inside you, internal influence. How do you really talk to yourself? How do you really communicate with yourself when you fail? When you don't deliver the results that you wanted? All the successful people who discovered telephone, telescope, cars, airplanes, they only influenced themselves from the internal influence. Because the external influences were telling them it's not really possible. The person who can influence you the most is you. And that is inside you. How do you really talk to yourself? How do you really communicate with yourself? That will change into a belief. And that belief will change into your life. So no matter who you are, what you do, one thing is very sure. If you start believing yourself, you'll start producing better results. So next time, when somebody walks to you with a dream and a passion in their hand, but they are still doubtful, Don't influence them by your own beliefs, because they might carry that belief all their life. When somebody approaches you with a dream and passion, just tell them these 4 words. I believe in you. I believe in you. You will be surprised with what they will achieve. And not only to others, tell yourself, I believe myself.